Morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. I'm Jessica Payne. Welcome to Jessica Payne Live. Joining me today is none other than Black Belt Bots guru RJ Redden. Good morning, RJ.
Hello. How are you? I am so excited about being on your show today, Jessica.
Oh
This
man.
is one of my favorite topics, and you are one of my favorite people. So let's have at it.
Oh my God, I should just turn the mic over for you. For those of you joining, maybe for the first time, welcome, sit down. As I always say, have a coffee or a cocktail wherever you are in the world. Today, we're going to talk about building deeper relationships without being pushy, specifically around messenger bots. It's not a dirty word. RJ has built a business entirely around it. So she's going to bring her knowledge and expertise. We're going to talk about examples. I think this can help anyone who runs a business, who has a website, who does business, not just on Facebook, but basically you're looking for ways like me to still tick that marketing box, still bring in new customers, nurture existing relationships, but not do it the old-fashioned pushy way. And I think bots are, they have a lot of mystique around them, but I think that's why we have RJ here to help us translate where we're at. First and foremost, if you're watching me on the replay, thank you. Subscribe, like, share wherever you're at. And on the podcast, make sure you tell your friends. All right. And one last thing for me before we jump in, if you're on Instagram, follow me. I'll put my link at some point in the show so you can follow me. We're starting to push some exclusive content there. Very exciting stuff, right? Think beyond Facebook. I teach that in my course. All right, so without further ado, RJ, can you give us a quick intro? I think a lot of folks watching today know who you are, but we do have new faces. And can you just explain very quickly after your intro what a bot is and maybe where we might have seen one? And I'm gonna just say hi to people while you do that.
All right. Well, so first, it's the who is RJ Redden question.
Yeah, who are you?
It's deep. It's
Hey,
so
Gail. Hey,
deep.
Teresa.
I am a person who has taught small business owners technology for about 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
I am not a coder. I'm not a programmer. That is a job for vastly intelligent people who are on a different side of the spectrum. I am a person who loves to get cutting edge technology and bring it and simplify it and bring it to people who need to market their businesses. It's what I was born to do. I was born before software existed. So anyway.
Yeah.
And so I ran into I got on a chatbot about a year ago. What I was struggling with in my business at that time was that all of the marketing that I was doing didn't seem to connect. It didn't seem to be me. And it was way too buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, and not enough. Who are you? And I mean, I was in graduate school. I did this project with 30 businesses and I helped them on their technologies. And I would get together with them at their places of work and I would see how they worked and they would invite me for parties and I would get to know their families and I still get together with some of these people. And then I graduated school, I finished that project and I started doing the exact same thing, which is teaching people technology. And I found that in my marketing, I had to be pushy, salesy, way different. And I never got to know anyone and I was unhappy with it. And then messenger bots. I got a hold of that and I got on one because a friend of mine had been talking about bots and she was in this Facebook group. And if it's a new technology, I need to know. I just need to know about it. Okay. So I followed her into this group and in this group, there was a link to a chat bot. And I was like, find out all about bots. And then it said, I'll send it to you right in Messenger. I clicked the button and a love affair was born. So beautiful, Jessica.
That's so romantic. I love that.
It was romantic. Music was playing. I won't tell you what happened next. Fade to black, people. Anyway.
Wow.
No, it was like, it was just like, oh, this is exactly what I've been looking for because I've been seeking that personal contact with people. I've been seeking that relationship with people and building that relationship again, because I had such a great relationship with the people that I helped, during my big project in college, during the thesis stuff. I'd been looking to develop that with people, and modern marketing methods weren't doing it at all. And it broke that fourth wall down. It allowed me to have a conversation, build a relationship. And now I don't do anything else. Bots are my biz now because they are so beautiful.
That. I love the way you put that, break the fourth wall. And you're signifying, I think, a shift we've all experienced. But as marketers, sometimes we forget. We're told by leaders in the field to nurture our lists, to build our lists. Email marketing is not dead, okay? And I'm not going to argue against it. But what you're highlighting is definitely a shift. Sometimes we forget that we're consumers too. How many emails do we get every single day that we never end up opening? How annoyed are we when we find we're put into someone's list without being asked? And here comes along this thing that it's almost the flip side. We're almost told to be afraid of chatbots, yet it seems it's less pushy, it's less intrusive, it's more organic. So I love that you break the fourth wall of marketing. For those watching, tuning in, who might be a little nervous when they hear the word bot and it's not a dirty word, can you quickly explain, or explain as best you can, what a bot is in layman's terms when it comes? So let's say we have business owners on here who don't really know, they're not marketers. How can they think about a bot first starting out? What might the benefits of a bot be for their business?
So a ton of small business owners have this experience, and that is that they have to do online networking and offline networking to make their business work. Everybody does this. We all maybe get at a party or something, and we get to know people one by one. We kind of travel around to as many people as we possibly can. We ask the same 6 or 7 questions, and we answer those questions, and we try to feel out, is this person somebody that I want to seek a greater relationship with? Yeah. Is this person somebody who's maybe just not for me, but maybe would be great for a friend of mine? We do that automatically without thinking about it. And we do it one by one by one. We move from person to person. Yeah. It takes a while. It takes, and you have to travel there, and there's a whole lot of time involved. But if we were to do that, if we were to have conversations with everybody we met and categorize people into, okay, this person might be good for this, or man, I'd really like to collaborate with this woman and be on her show at some point, or something like that. In order to do that with all of the people that we need to meet and qualify, we'd have to be superhuman, because it takes too much time to have that conversation over and over and over again. Plus, we'd never get our work done, which would be detrimental.
Because our first challenge as specialists or business owners is at some point you're going to hit your threshold. You can't scale this all the time, and bots can. I've hit
this threshold lately.
Surprised to see you here, friend, because I know you've been busy in a good way. Yeah, which is really telling, isn't it? I mean, people are coming to you, there's a lot of interest. I feel like the last 2 or 3 months or so, the light bulb has gone on for people and seeing the value of bots. Maybe that's just simply more exposure to them. What do you think?
I think so. Well, I mean, as you know, all of the major conferences last year, bots. I mean, that's all they can possibly talk about. And it takes a while. It takes a while for people to get to know, what that means. And so if you're a person who doesn't know what that means and doesn't know the value, I've just talked about how many conversations you have to get to, maybe you have 10 conversations and maybe 2 of those people are like, I need to continue this relationship because it's going to be awesome, no matter what it turns out to be. So all of that time, well, what if you could essentially clone your best foot forward, your best intro conversation? What if you could take that and put it in a place where 100 people or 1,000 people can access at once?
Love that.
That's the bot. That's the bot. I've got stuff on, of course, I've, built my bot and many, many other bots. And in that bot is an intro to who I am and what I do. In that bot is, you can take my free 7-day mini course on what a bot is. You can subscribe to my live stream reminders. You can do so many things, and it's like a choose your own adventure. And I love it because by the time people get to that point where they hit my calendar link and make an appointment with me, they've already decided what relationship that they want to have with me.
That's
I do
important.
not sell. I do not sell anymore.
Yeah, that's important. And to be fair and full transparency, you guys, I've worked with RJ. If you go to my website right now, jessicapayne.us, you will see I have a bot on my website. RJ was my collaborator in that. I went directly to her. Everything she just described in terms of, so I think I saw you on a live stream. I heard the word bot. I'd heard the word bot probably for the 15th time. I've been circling around it, being like, I don't want to touch this thing. It's this new thing I know I need to get on, right? Or I need to at least be able to speak to it to turn clients and friends to someone like you. I finally watched one of your shows and I was like, she's the real deal. By the time we talked, I think 3 or 4 times casually, we jumped on a conversation. You showed me your bots and boom, you guys, it's like, it was a lot easier than I thought. Full endorsement of RJ, by the way. But if you're curious to see what a bot looks like for someone who, I don't specialize in bots, go to my website and you'll see kind of like, I love that, the best foot forward, an example of like, where you can start with bots. So I'll put the link in my website and it includes, I think it's like, on a website, a bot is really just a way, and you told me this once, to just kind of provide a warmth, to provide a real presence to a website so that when people come to my website, they don't necessarily feel they're alone. There's someone almost greeting them at the door. And that's what fascinates me about bots. It's sort of like, before you had defined that there are many different uses for it, I thought it was just like, oh, is this like customer service? Is this like if I have a technical question, I like chat with someone somewhere? You're like, no, you can actually use a bot in many different ways. So look, can we talk about that? Where can people maybe see a bot right now? I know obviously Facebook, but can you maybe walk us through where we can look?
Yeah, well, there are a lot of companies are using bots at the point that there's a developer conference for Facebook every year in the springtime, and at that point they were saying about 300,000 businesses had bots running on their pages, and it's important to know that a bot is something that runs on a business page. It's not on a personal profile. It's businesses talking to people is what it is. And so there are a lot of businesses that have bots. A lot of the big guys are using them. 1-800-Flowers. You can order, pay, get customer service all without leaving Messenger now. I mean, they love it. For me, I'm using it to develop relationships instead, because my name is not yet as big as 1-800-Flowers. So you know what I'm saying. But but yeah, I mean, I would go to your site and I would look at, and interact with that bubble on your website right there, because that will kind of introduce people into, what are they talking about? And it's such a different experience that it's hard to explain in words. Yeah. So go to Jessica's site, go to mine, go to blackbeltbots.com. I've got one there too. Yeah. And interact, us. So interact with us and see, is something I could do? I think my favorite part about bots is that a lot of business owners, particularly women, but it happens for men too, we're real shy about tooting our own horn.
It's just not how we're programmed. Or it's like, even if we're told to, like, I hate it. I don't like the pushy, salesy thing.
No. We always feel like, even if we say, something we've actually accomplished, we feel terrible about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
we feel shy about it. And for everybody who is super shy and absolutely hates the selling part of their business because it feels like you have to become another person,
Yes.
and that person is someone you don't like.
Yeah.
Think about using bots
Exactly.
instead.
Yeah.
You can
Preach.
put your best foot forward every single time somebody hits that button to access your bot.
Yeah.
And it can be you. The more you it is, the better off it is. Because here's the truth.
Yeah.
There are thousands of bot builders out there right now.
Mm-hmm.
The reason that you would hire me is because you connect with me, how I'm using bots, and my personality.
Mm-hmm.
I can show you my personality in the bot, and you can know who I am long before we have a live conversation. And that's the secret, is that, you know, people self-select. By the time people get to a phone call with me, it's over. They've decided how we're going to collaborate. They're decided what our referral relationship is going to be, or if they've decided to work with me. I mean, that's it opens relationships. It's not about closing a sale. People come to me occasionally and they're like, how do I make money? How do I make money? Can I make some money? And I'm like, here are some links to some people who will be your bot builder.
Yeah.
That it's not me, and I know that. And it's a way to, it's just a real simple way to allow people to react and respond to what your personality really is, instead of making up a persona, going online and going, you gotta buy from me. Nobody wants this anymore. It's just absolutely Sunday. You know, the used car commercials. It's finished, people.
Yeah.
Please stop marketing this way. I'm sure you preach on this all the time in your show.
No, I love it. It's that you've hit on like the worst part of marketing. It's like, I don't want to be an asshole to do my job. You know, Alfredo,
but everybody, that's what they're teaching. Like,
because you have, that's a whole other show in terms of styles and personality. There isn't one style. That pushy style is so 90s, you know, and aggressive and obnoxious. And I think especially for women, it's just like, it's off. It's just off. I'm not just saying it's right for guys too, but I'm just saying it's like, it's so obvious, I think, when people flip on into the sales mode, and it's like, we're humans, we're primal. We know when we're being sold to. It doesn't make marketing our business dirty, but I think there are different styles to do it. Quickly, Alfredo, I know you're interacting with the website. I just had to hit refresh. Anything can happen in a live. So try the bot on my website again, because I think you were interacting with the old version. But thanks, Alfredo. He's on my website right now playing with it. Quickly from Teresa. Yeah, she always has great comments and questions. Teresa, that's why I watch her show. She's referring to you, my friend. I know I need a bot, but the more I watch RJ's show, the more I start to understand how I would use it and why. That is so important. And that goes back into your style, my friend, and how, watch this segue, how a bot can actually do ourselves favors when it pushes our personality forward. So you're almost selling with your personality versus, because you could just sit here and jammer on and just tell everyone they need a bot and not give them any context, not show them examples, not explain to them how it could be a more natural fit. But yet that's what you're doing. And I feel like that's kind of the style of a bot anyway. It's not pushy. It's not salesy if done correctly. Thanks, Teresa. That's a great comment. Thanks. The bot told me to visit the Facebook Live. Yeah, Alfredo, go ahead and hit refresh and try it again. I went ahead and I built my bot last night and I never hit publish.
I have done this.
Yeah.
You are not alone.
Yeah. So, hey, anything can happen in a live. We're human. But if you go to my website right now, you'll see, because I took notes from RJ's last show, maybe we can get into the weeds now of what you can actually put into a bot. So bots just aren't text, although that might be your first experience with one, especially on customer service. You could actually put things like, well, it depends on what you use. I use ManyChat because RJ uses ManyChat. I actually put a video in my bot. So if you go to my bot right now, and this was RJ's strategic counsel, I put a video that links to a 5-step formula that I frankly forgot I had. So I'm pushing that out, giving something for free, no expectation. And so you can actually put a short little video snippet in your bot. It can actually be interactive, which I did not know until you told me.
It's a beautiful thing because okay, so first of all, the many, many things you can put inside a bot. And so people get a little hung up around the axle on this because they're thinking, okay, now I got to create something to put in there. And no, darling, no, you don't have to. You can totally grab something that you really love, that you've put out, maybe a blog post that you really love, that people just keep coming to. You can take anything that you already have and put it into a bot platform. Video, images, GIFs, text. You can put all of those things in there and you can deliver whatever you want. But what I really want to focus on is that last part of the statement that you said, Jessica, the interactive part.
Yeah.
Listen, this is not I'm going to figure out a clever way to broadcast to you over and over and over.
No.
A bot is an opportunity to have a two-way conversation. Ask them how they are. Ask them what brought them here. Ask them what their pain point is and tell them if you can solve it or not. These are things, it's a conversation. It's a two-way thing. It's not just being talked at. Listen, I've been talked at in my life. I've been talked at by people who meant well. I've been talked at by people who thought that maybe I was not so smart. I've been talked at by legions of people, and a lot of modern marketing tends to run that way. So when I'm given an opportunity, and I'm just a normal person, you guys, when I'm given an opportunity to respond and to be honest, that lodges right here. Do you want to know how to stand out? Give people an opportunity to get to know you and make an effort to get to know them. Whoa. Yeah. I know we're digital marketers. We're supposed to find some clever Facebook hack that's going to put you at the top of the whatever the hell, right? It doesn't matter. Yeah. But we're not doing that with a bot. We're having a conversation. We're making a connection. And if there are people, we're building a relationship. My favorite thing to do in a bot is present some stuff to people using my personality, because here we go. And then have that conversation, engage them, get folks to invest a little bit into the relationship, and then take that conversation to a live one-on-one. It can be live virtually because I work with people around the world. So, I don't always have, I don't have opportunities to meet my clients in person a whole lot. It can be done like this. It can be done, of course, video. It can be done face-to-face, whatever it is. Take that conversation out of the bot and make it hit the big time. Really introduce yourself. Yeah. And that's the goal for me. Are you open in a relationship? Are you closing a sale? Please don't focus on closing sales with bots. Please open relationships and see where they go, because here's the deal. Yeah. A lot of folks who are doing the kinds of marketing methods that Jessica and I just absolutely hate. The over salesy, you need to be more assertive.
Shouty, or just louder. Just loud. Like loud. It's like when you drink. It's when people drink and they just get louder. It's like at a whisper. I was not tuning in, but okay. Yeah.
The folks that teach those types of methods, which are basically be louder than the person next to you, and maybe you'll get some business. They are teaching kind of a lone wolf mentality, which is me against all of you. And better early bird gets the worm.
Gross. Barf. Yeah.
Fantastic, darling.
Yeah.
Those
Good for
that's
you.
good for you. I'm so happy that worked for you. It's not gonna
Yeah.
work in today's world. Here's
No.
why. It's because I need a community. I need a tribe. I need people around me. I need people like Jessica who will call me and say, you might want to consider doing it this way. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
you've
yeah,
given me
yeah.
some tips.
But
Um,
it's nurturing and support. It's not, I'm not after your throne. Yeah.
no,
Alfredo
no,
saying louder. I love it. Yeah, Alfredo, right? He
he
gets it.
knows. He
Yeah.
knows. The
Barb.
the amount
Hey,
of
Barb.
people who want to who want to want to force you to do this the lone wolf way, it's okay. It's okay to ignore that because
Yeah.
honestly, without my community, I'd be sitting here talking to myself in my office.
Right.
The community that I have, the people around me that I've developed relationships with, this is the source of my strength. And when I am opening relationships instead of closing sales, then I get to open relationships with a lot of people. Maybe they won't ever pay me, but they give me something of value every day. Friendship, counsel, companionship, especially when you're trying to go it alone in business. Don't go it alone anymore.
Yeah.
Don't build relationships, build community, build those things, and you'll be successful.
I think you should just do a podcast on like self-care when running a business. Bots for self-care. You know they're out there.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully, guys, it's like this is beautiful because I think like there's no question about who you are, RJ, and how much you care about what you do. Your personality comes forward so naturally and organically. Like I'm over here just studying that as someone who struggled her whole career with the visibility piece. Not to get too woo woo or deep, but it's like again we learn from each other, and I think what your style and the way you carry yourself is so congruent, I think, with just like this shift to like let's double down on relationships first. We all know from whether we've been in business school or not, it's like you need to touch your your prospective clients at least 10 times before they, so why don't you make each of those 10 times organic and easier and more natural and I don't know, just mutually beneficial versus hammering. I just put up just now, don't use your bots as an excuse to shout. Bots aren't one more email. And by design, bots are already 1 foot in the door. It's almost like opening the front door and finding like your neighbor who you gave a key to once because they watched your cat is kind of in there drinking tea, watching your Netflix. And you're like, if I didn't love you so much, this would be intrusive. But it's like you have a relationship with that neighbor or with that bot because bots will pop right up in your Facebook, right? So it's like it's already kind of intimate. You've already been automatically invited in a little bit. So guys, take notes from RJ in terms of like grace, integrity, build relationships. Bots aren't a broadcast tool. You said they're a conversation starter, right? And please don't do the lone wolf, please. That's my plea. If you get anything from this live stream. RJ, any closing words? This is a huge topic, you guys. I can bring RJ back anytime. You know I will. And I'm actually going to be on her show in a bit, so we might even just do a take two. First and foremost, you guys, if you have questions in terms of what are you up to, RJ, where can people find your work? And is there anything they should keep in mind? Because there's probably a few different ways people can work with you, right? I'm assuming.
There really are. And if you find yourself interested, I've if you go to a place, if you go to my bot, you can take the mini course on bots. You can schedule a call with me. I do a 30-minute AMA with anybody who wants one. It's an AMA about bots. I have to stop it at 30 minutes, so bring your list.
I've done it, guys. It's extremely valuable.
I will do this with you. I will do this with you for free because I want people to get started right with bots. And I want to get to know you. Who are you? What do you do? Is there any way we can collaborate and help each other? Because it's a tough world out there. These are the things that I want to know. So the AMA is inside my bot. Go to checkoutmybot.com.
Yep. And I'm going to put the link. I'll put the link in the comments, y'all.
Yep. Link in comments, y'all. And then I also have a upcoming, I called it a workshop, and then my fans called it a bot shop. So it's a bot shop now. And I have got an upcoming bot shop. It's going to be for people who want to take one step into the pool. I will hold all of your hands simultaneously, and we will take one step into the pool together. I'm going to have a bot shop that teaches you from the beginning. How do you sign up for a ManyChat account? How do you go pro? Because you really need those kind of tools. And it's super cheap. So coolness, right? How to write a show reminder bot for people to get people butts in the seats at your events, whether it's a live stream or a live event or whatever it is. Teach you how to write a reminder bot, and then I'll teach you how to create conversations that engage the people that are inside the bot. I'll do all that. It's a 3-hour long event. It's $97. And it's going to be a good time. August 16th, startyourbot.com to get on the wait list. I'll be releasing that hopefully later today or tomorrow. So get on the wait list, and I'll see you there. It's going to be a great time.
Yeah. And you guys, it's like, if I can make it, I will try, because I've actually worked with RJ in every single one of these categories, but it's like, I need a refresher. Because who didn't send out an invite reminder bot this morning? Jessica Payne. So it's like, I need to practice what I've been taught. So a reminder, if you already work with RJ, it's like, it's probably good to get a refresher too. And I have to say, follow RJ on her Facebook, because you're going live today. It's like, I feel like you're constantly putting out such valuable insight. Like, you're the only person I use that little ribbon for on Facebook. It's like save video. It's like, it's like,
oh, I'm honored.
No, I'm like, I have 3 videos I don't use it for like any other brand. And so it's like me on the couch at night, or like on the weekends, I'm like, I need to catch up with RJ because she dropped knowledge. And it's, and even if it pushes to the bottom of my to-do list, it's like, your videos are so helpful. And it's like, so guys, follow her on Facebook too, if you can't make the Start Your Bot. Remind us what your Facebook pages are, because I know you have several.
Well, I really am only promoting the one now, and I'm going to actually be bringing all of the other ones in. Black Belt Bots. Belt Bots, babies. It's a website. It's a Facebook page. So you can go to either. So the .com is the website. Facebook page, Black Belt Bots. I broadcast on there twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 Central. But I also am cross-posting a number of folks and a number of shows. Anything that I think my audience is going to be attuned to, I will cross-post on my channel on Black Belt Bots as well. So yeah, you're not just getting a load of me. You're also getting some of my friends as well, the Jessica Paynes of the world, who are doing incredible work and that I think you need to know about.
Thank you, my friend. The original idea of this show was storytelling with bots. We've kind of hit on that. If you're interested to dive deeper into that, what time am I on your show today, RJ? If you want a part deux.
It is 1 o'clock Central, so 11 o'clock Jessica Payne time. Hey,
you guys, just go get another cup of coffee and let's continue. I apologize in advance for any shenanigans. What do we have today? A Starbucks cup?
This is Darth Vader. This is Rule of the Galaxy tour. Yeah. It's my biggest coffee cup.
I was gonna say either you're really tiny or
like it makes my face look small.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Nice. Teresa says, I need to see that show. Yes. Sign up, Teresa. It's like free, awesome knowledge every week, multiple times. Definitely. What else? And she had another great comment. That's why I wanted to share it. That's why I was interested in this bot idea. Facebook pages feels overexposed. You're absolutely right. Maybe we can touch on this in your show today, RJ, that anyone can watch and snoop. Bots feels more controlled. privacy and security are definitely, I think, challenges holding people back, or the reason why a lot of people have left Facebook. So maybe we can make that we could talk a little bit about, because I think if anything builds trust, it's a damn good bot experience. I've personally, like, if I didn't have to be on Facebook all day, I probably would have left too. But I've come back, and having a really solid organic bot experience is like keeping me here. So maybe we could talk a little bit about that.
I would love that.
Alfredo's saying I have to watch the replay. Yes, yes, yes. Watch the replay for sure. Alfredo, let me know if you like my website bot. Thanks for sticking with it. And one last thing, Teresa's saying, see, I need to get a big cup like that. Yes, Teresa and I talk about caffeine. We talk about tea. RJ, as soon as you create a black belt bot, massive mug, I want to buy one.
Okay, because I've been looking into it.
Yeah. Big old ninja. How cool is her logo, by the way?
Spinning Dragon will be right on the front of that black belt bot cup.
Boom. So you guys, a couple of ways you can engage with RJ. One, you can just flip over, definitely watch her show today at 1 West Coast. No, wait.
1 o'clock Central. So 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific.
I'll be there, if anything. You can pay attention to what's happening on her calendar, the August 16th bot shop. And I put the link in the comments. And then obviously, if you haven't already, just simply go to her website or follow her on Facebook. She's got a podcast. You're kind of everywhere dropping the knowledge, which is helpful. Any parting words? I'm going to let us go. And then guys, stick around. I always jump to Instagram and do a quick highlight reel after this. Any parting words, RJ, before I let you go?
Absolutely. So if you have ever been frustrated with the way that marketing seems to be, if you've ever told yourself, if I could just let my personality shine instead of having to turn into someone else or speak this way or say these keywords in this order, if you've ever been frustrated with the way things are and just wish you could break down that fourth wall and engage with somebody in a way that is honest, think about messenger bots. Think about it. You don't have to get into it. You don't have to get into it now before it's all taken up. No, just take a foot, step into the pool, watch some of my shows. I got a billion of them. Listen to the podcast if you'd rather do that. Figure out if this thing is for you. You have time. It's okay. And if you ever feel like I respond to that RJ's personality, then come talk to me because I want to talk to you.
Yeah. Beautifully put. Personality, you guys. I know we've had conversations. I've worked with some of you where the visibility piece is real. The marketing piece, it's like you keep shoving it in the closet. This is an opportunity for you to market comfortably. I have to say, as someone who does it, if you need an example of a brand with an amazing personality that's wicked authentic, just look at RJ. Look at what she does. It's like, you are who you say you are on the tin, and you're so authentic. And it's like, you're such an easy example to give. So thanks. You're helping me do my job a little easier. Like, look no further than RJ Redden. RJ, thanks so much for coming on the show. You guys, if you're watching on the replay, thanks for sticking around. Check the descriptor in the comments for all those handy links. If you're listening to me on the podcast, thanks for sticking with. You can always check out RJ on every single one of her websites. Check out the bots. Check out her podcast. Otherwise, we'll let you go. And guys, again, I'll be on RJ's show later on today, so tune in. Otherwise, happy bot creating. Happy live streaming. Thanks for watching Jessica Payne Live, and we'll see you guys next time. Let's give a wave. Bye, friends. Bye, friends. RJ in her earphones.